I was just sitting watching this Michael Todd sermon. If you guys have never heard of him, he's out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all should check him out. Cool dude. Um, and it just got me to thinking again because he was talking about perspective. And the last time I had made a little video or whatever, it was on perspective. And his went into more depth and everything. And it was so cool and a little bit of mind blowing actually because I find myself doing this, like run across some situations that um, I get to thinking negative about, or I make choices out of fear, or whenever I run into certain roadblocks or obstacles or anything of that sort, it kind of makes me back up and regroup, and maybe I've been taking the wrong step, meaning that I know this, but I get like spiritual amnesia sometimes. I know that there's purpose in temporary inconveniences. I've been taught that, but sometimes you'll forget that, and you'll run across an obstacle thinking that, oh, this is gonna slow me down, or this is in the way. What the hell, you know, whatever. But if we can change our perspective, again, there's that word. If we can change that perspective, knowing that in James it tell us that we are to count it all joy when we run across various obstacles and trials, because we're going to have those in life. If we know that God has a calling on us, if we know that there's a purpose for our life, we believe that, we have faith in that, we know that, why do we look at that obstacle as it's going to stop that, or it's gonna set me back for some reason? What if we did change the way we thought, with more or less on the lines of exactly what the word says, that when we run across those things, we're to count it all joyous, because it's building something in us, whether it's character, patience, faith, whatever it is. So when he also used, Michael Todd used David for an example, how everybody else was running from Goliath, but he ran to Goliath, if you will. I like that. Man, I really like that. As far as, maybe we should embrace some of the challenges. Maybe when we run across some stuff, you know what? You're only good as what you come up against. I got this. Let's see what's going on, and take a step back and think, of course, but don't run, and don't give in, and do your best not to develop spiritual amnesia. And that's just nothing but, the word, but when you run across some situations where you should be standing on the word, you kind of forget the word. You get paralyzed by fear, doubt, whatever the case may be. We got to fight hard against that spiritual amnesia stuff, and just do our best to stay focused, and keep a eye on that on your perspective. I like that a lot.